Hello and welcome to this mini lesson from the Real English podcast. Today, we're going to learn a very common American English phrase that you've probably heard before, a ballpark figure. It's super useful in everyday conversation, so let's get right into it. But before we start, if you enjoy our lessons, please take a moment to like and subscribe and share the Real English podcast with your friends. It really helps us out. And one more thing, it might feel fast, but that's just how Americans talk. You'll hear it again later, so no pressure. All right, here's what we're going to cover today. First, we'll talk about why this phrase can be a little confusing. Then, we'll look at its real meaning and where it comes from. After that, we'll practice with some real-life examples, learn how to sound more like a native speaker, and finish up with a quick recap. Okay, let's start with part one, a confusing phrase. When you hear the word ballpark, you probably think of baseball, right? So, what does baseball have to do with numbers? Good question. Let's find out. So, have you ever heard someone use this phrase before? Maybe in a movie or a conversation? It can be a little confusing when you hear an idiom for the first time because the words don't always mean what you think they mean. For example, you might hear a friend or a coworker say something like this. I know you can't tell me the exact cost, just give me a ballpark figure. So, what are they really asking for? Okay, time to solve the mystery. In this next section, we're going to learn what ballpark figure really means and its very cool origin story. So here it is. A ballpark figure is simply a rough, reasonable estimate. The most important thing to remember is that it is not an exact number. It's just a good guess. And yes, it does come from baseball. Just imagine you're at a huge baseball stadium, a ballpark, filled with people. If someone asked you how many people were there, it would be impossible to count every single one, right? So you'd make a good guess, and that guess is in the ballpark. Simple as that. Now for the fun part. Let's look at how we can use this phrase in our daily lives. This is where we get to practice together. Okay, let's imagine you need to get something fixed in your house. You might ask the repair person, how much will it cost to do the repair work? And they might answer with this. I can't give you the exact total yet, but a ballpark figure would be around $200. This just means the final cost will be close to $200. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. All right, it's your turn to speak. Let's practice saying the phrase. I'll say it slowly and you say it after me. Ready? A ballpark figure. Good job. Here's another example. You can use this phrase when you are asking for an estimate and also when you are giving an estimate. So you can ask, can you give me a ballpark figure for the party? And someone could answer, a ballpark figure is about $500. Let's practice that whole question together now. It's a really useful one to know. Okay, repeat after me. Can you give me a ballpark figure? All right, on to our next section. Why is it so great to learn phrases like this? Well, because using idioms is a fantastic way to make your English sound more natural. You know, you could always just say about or approximately, and that's perfectly fine. But when you use a phrase like ballpark figure, it just makes your English sound much more natural and conversational. It's something you'll hear native speakers say all the time. And here's a little bonus for you. There are two other phrases that are very similar. If a guess is reasonable and close, you can say it's in the ballpark. For example, yes, $600 is in the ballpark. But if a guess is totally wrong and not even close, you can say it's out of the ballpark, like no, $5,000 is out of the ballpark. We've covered a lot today, so let's finish up with a quick review of the most important things we've learned. So here are the 4 key takeaways. Number 1, a ballpark figure is just a rough estimate. 2, you can use it for things like numbers, money, or time. 3, and this is important, it's not an exact final number. And 4, using phrases like this will help you sound more like a native speaker. Okay, now for a little bit of homework. I want you to think about this question. What is your ballpark figure for your next vacation budget? The best way to learn is to practice, so try to use the phrase ballpark figure in a sentence today. And that's all for today. I really hope this lesson was helpful for you. If it was, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the Real English podcast with your friends. And if you want to review today's lesson, I uploaded a free PDF summary in the description and in the comments. Feel free to download it and study at your own pace. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next lesson.